Let's see.
Hello once again, Spartans, and welcome back to your Halo World
What 343 has to give.
2024. Now, you might notice that I do have 3 very special new additions to my desk, and I'm very happy about it. I have Pierre, the studio head, Chris,
this is the head of 343, guys. This guy has been doing a lot of work
having on the desk,
with
I'm
the
a little
team
bit
and everything.
right now because, Pierre, what on earth are you doing here? We haven't seen your face before. You're doing a debut, a reveal, so it has to mean something.
So let me start with the good news. Thank you for having us, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not going to be a game announcement.
Okay.
But I think it is important that things which are pertaining to the studio, that I have a chance to really talk about this, and this is an opportunity for me to actually do this. But I'm the side story here. I think the team was really hard at work for the last 2 years, and we want to touch a little bit on what we have done and how we built the foundation. But I think Chris can talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, that's right, Pierre. We are extremely proud of the team of 343 and what they've been doing in Unreal 5.
Unreal Engine 5, ladies and gentlemen.
What this could possibly be. Brian, do you have any more insight for us?
Well, I can do better than that. Let's just roll the video.
Well,
Okay.
Woo!
Chris Matthews, take 1. Mark. This is Casey Wu, take 1. Mark.
I was told that I can just be my authentic self, Chris.
For 6 years, I don't want to be in front of a camera.
Unreal Engine 5,
so much
Unreal
to do
Engine
and
6.
so much fun to be had when you play Halo that I feel like I never run out of things to
Unis, the homie.
I love intricate stories. That
Everybody
take
here is
place across
amazing.
lots of
Thank you all
different
so
worlds,
much.
Have lots of different meaningful characters.
What made Halo successful at the beginning? What is the legacy of Halo, and what's the soul that we want to bring forward, and what's the craft of making Halo games, and how do we set our studio at best to go deliver on that?
We knew we had to make a change in order to take us into the future.
When I first heard about Halo moving on Unreal Engine, my first thought was, this is going to be a really hard secret to keep.
I think fans are going to be excited about the future of Halo.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the possibilities that are afforded us by using Unreal.
Before, we really had to split our focus in thinking about building an engine, supporting it, being really kind of a tech company and a studio at the same time. Since we've made the change to shift to UE, we can bring Halo forward in ways that people have never seen before while still being true to what Halo is.
The Foundry project was an effort to show ourselves how far we can push things using Unreal 5.
New studio art director, Chris, came to me and said, hey, I have this crazy idea.
He said, hey, there's this thing called Project Foundry that I want to do. Let's make it happen.
Foundry specifically is based around the same concept of the Foundry in Halo lore. It's the place where Halo rings are born.
That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a research project for our studio so we can prepare ourselves for the next steps of making Halo games.
Oh yeah. Woo! Dude, this reminds me of when I played Halo CE for the first time, and I was right there like, wow, look at this shit, it's gorgeous. The Blightlands of the Flood.
The original Halo franchise was a graphics showcase. It was best in class. That's what Halo was when it first was released.
These are all different people, by the way, from 343. You know what I mean? A lot of the people, they cut them out, they fired them, they say, get out of here. They say, well, get out. They said, lárgate. So these are all new people, guys. These are fresh and OGs, you know what I mean? People that love Halo.
Something old, something new, and something really alien.
We had the Pacific Northwest, which is sort of traditional Halo biome.
We were trying to shove as much foliage in there as humanly possible to make it really feel like you're on a hike in the, Cascades.
The Cold Lands, which was the second biome that we took on, it was more of a technical showcase where we could play with shaders.
This is using real global illumination ray tracing, and I think it's using SSR.
Ever had in the past.
On the surface, it might just look all like snow, but how many layers of things combine to really give that winter look?
And then our third biome was the Blightlands, which is any land that's been completely
overrun by the flood, baby.
I wanted to give our team the opportunity to really express an alien world, a really alien world, taking something way further than they may have actually done in previous Halo games.
What's impressed me about watching the Halo team work in Unreal is how beautiful everything looks, how incredible the environments look. I don't think we've seen anything quite like it in Unreal Engine before.
Fortunately, we have a studio that's really passionate about Halo, about the look and the feel, and I think there's a lot of hunger to really collaborate, to move forward together.
Foundry was an initiative that touched on every part of the creative process, everything from concept art, VFX,
beautiful
characters, vehicles, and weapons to make the future games of Halo.
Yes!
Creating an asset, taking this design, now we can really dig into material foundations. What is it actually made of? How is it physically accurate to the world? Now we get to take all the wonderful legacy assets that we have, bring them to life, and bring them to today's standards.
Come on, baby! Woo!
We are really excited to be not just working
Next
on
Halo game won't come out
projects,
until like
but
4
also
fucking years.
expanding our studio.
As a lifelong Halo player, I think the game's only going to get better when we get those new, unique perspectives and people bring in their expertise.
Uni, I love you, Uni.
Passion
Thank you so much
the
for
Halo
putting so much
franchise.
love into the community,
We are
brother.
Looking for new talent.
You and so
as
many
the
other people.
projects
Amazing.
that we're working on kind of get further and further into their development cycles.
And it is great to be part of a team that's growing because you can kind of see that force multiplied as people come in and take on challenges, and you can do more.
I trust these guys. I've always trusted 343, even with all their failures.
This is what we want to do.
That's why 343 is gone, or they got rid of so many.
And you can express your talent, your creativity, and your professional ambitions
Pierre.
in that place.
We're looking for designers, we're looking for artists, we're looking
Hey,
for
who needs to
engineers.
join?
It feels like a new beginning for the studio in a lot of ways.
I'm gonna fucking apply against Honey's a Masters. I'm telling her
And
apply.
I think we arrived now at a point where you see the beginnings of people to start to believe in the process.
There's so much momentum that we have right now, and focus and clarity on not just what we're building, but why we're building, and kind of this next phase of Halo.
The worlds that we're building,
Stuck
the
with shit
stories
space
that we're
engine for
going
another
after.
2 years.
The potential at Halo right now is huge.
Halo Infinite.
Looks at my game design just getting nowhered by
how
time.
we made Halo games in the past. That was our recipe. And what we are doing right now, we're changing that recipe.
Oh, look, see, they changed the recipe. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah. 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 Halo Studios, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
Sufficient body chills have been in effect for sure. I'm sure in the whole of this room going crazy during that. Folks at home, it was electric.
My
in here,
ass
rightly
is
so.
clenched, sir.
That final screen.
I mean, miss.
Halo Studios. Is this a rebrand?
I would rather talk about chapters. So I'm very much aware that I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. We had the first chapter, which was Bungie, the second chapter, which is 343, and I think what you see is the beginning of our chapter, which is the Halo Studios chapter. But from my perspective, I think it is just an immense honor for me to be able to carry that torch and continue being representative for this amazing, amazing franchise.
Yeah, there have been few studios who have produced this legendary title.
Halo
How do you
Infinite
see
is
this
back
change
on the
adding to
schedule,
that
by the way.
legacy?
I think what we've started with, specifically Halo Infinite, was a path of trying to be more frequent where our players are expecting us to be, and more importantly, where we expect them to play in the future. So that means that's a perfect moment to transition onto Unreal, and the rebranding of the studio is a perfect moment for us to start that chapter, and I think everyone is very, very excited about it, and I think what we
No
just
one
tried to give you
realizes
an
what
insight of
Unreal's gonna
where our
do,
heads are.
man.
Let's
Like,
get back to what we just saw because there's so much to unpack
Come
with
on.
Brian. First and foremost, Unreal.
No, I'll explain to
Oh my
people who
goodness.
don't understand
okay,
how
so many
Unreal's gonna work.
questions. The implications. How does this work? What does it do for Halo now?
Well, I mean, on one hand, a lot of you, it's not our first time doing a little dance with Unreal. We actually have a little bit Unreal that kind of crept into MCC back in the day. I've been around Halo for a long time. I think from my perspective,
Unreal's
what's
amazing.
most exciting is really unleashing the team to just be creatives, crafting experiences, and not having to be a tech company anymore, frankly.
Wow. Okay. Some big words that. And talking about creatives and empowering creatives, what does that do for you, Chris, and your team?
Yeah, well, obviously Unreal is an incredible tool in its own right, but for us, it's way more than that. It's about how we're working and about how we're projecting the future of making Halo games.
Chris, Project Foundry, something that we just saw in this video moments ago. What is it? Why?
Well, it's a test bed that we put together so our own creatives could see what they could do when they were kind of unhindered by using a proprietary game engine and see what they could do in Unreal 5.
And what was expected coming out of Foundry, Brian? You know, was this something that you guys wanted to work on further?
So
you know,
it's
how did you envision it?
Well, I mean, it was initially an internal-only facing project, right?
Okay, it's Foundry. It's
But
like
of
a little
course,
project
I mean,
that we're
we gotta
doing
give
right
the
here.
community what they want. People are hungry. They're a little thirsty out there. They want to see what the studio's been cooking. So, super excited.
I like
to,
that shit. I like that
share a
confidence.
little bit of a look
I
behind
like
the
that
curtain of what
confidence.
the team's been doing.
Now, this looks
I'm a
like
fucking
the
be
most
an I'm a
exciting
lasso
time
master
in
that
studio
shit in the
year.
next Halo game.
You know,
Then
what's
you
the
guys
mood like
know.
right now in the camp?
Fucking hitting Onyx on that champion.
I can transmit some
Lock
of
that shit in.
the excitement we have. I think the team's starting to believe in the process which we established over the last 2
You
years.
already know I'm a lasso
I had a
master,
conversation
baby.
the other day with
Onyx and
one of my
Infinite,
former
Max Rank and
bosses,
Halo 5,
and
152.
he described the situation as Pierre and the studio is pouring the foundation. That's exactly what we're doing, and now the next step is building on that foundation. It's an amazing, exciting time, but the studio is growing, and the team needs to grow because.
Yes,
there
grow
are
your
some
studio,
things
get
which
your
we-
team, finally.
The thing that I do talk
It sounds like they might be
is
getting like
growing, guys?
permanent
What- you know,
hands.
What does that mean?
Well, we have multiple projects in development, as we've been saying, right?
I
So,
think they have 3.
As we heard on the
Obviously,
video, we're
Halo
looking for a
Comedy
little
Valve
bit of
Anniversary.
everything. We got job openings right now. We got more to come, but this is kind of us letting the industry know. We're
Or
changing the
remaster.
recipe, as Pierre said. We're looking for people that are passionate about Halo to join us in this next chapter.
That's right. We have multiple titles in development. There's a huge amount of momentum, and we are very excited.
I think everyone else is too, Chris. They are unbelievably excited. When might we hear more about these projects?
Well, I'll just give the old classic line, they're ready when they're ready. You know, we want to let the team
Take
have
your
some time
fucking
to kinda keep
time,
cooking.
sir.
I do
I'm
just
gonna
wanna
have
kinda
most
remind
likely like a
folks,
kid
though,
by then, but
still lots of cool
yeah.
things on the horizon for Halo Infinite, our next operation.
By kid, I have
Halloween's
18
just a
cats
few
who I
days
re-rescue
away.
animals.
That's going to be a fun Halloween themed. That'll be really kind of featuring the return of Survive the Undead. We got an infection update coming, and then later on in November, we have the winter update that'll have a couple new surprises, including third-person firefight. We're excited to bring a new way to play to Halo Infinite.
Love that so much. Now, as we bring this chapter to a close and start a new one, Chris, how excited is the team to continue what they've been building behind the scenes here?
Oh, incredibly. Project Foundry was never actually meant to be public-facing, but like Brian said, we really wanted to give the community a bit of a glance of what we're doing behind the curtains. But it's been a really, really busy time. We're super eager to be growing the studio.
Yeah, because finally no one's at
I just want to take a
home,
moment
you know?
actually to thank the
really
team
work.
back at Halo for really committing to this work. It's huge for us.
If there's really plans to do Halo 1 through 3, I'm
certainly
gonna
is indeed. Yeah,
we're gonna fucking
finally.
lasso
Is there
all of that
anything
shit,
that
guys.
you'd
You
like
guys
to
better
say
follow me and
to
my
the
guides,
community
ladies and
before we don't
gentlemen.
see
You
you for
already
another
know
3
who the
years?
fuck I
I like
am.
the 3 years idea.
Who we are!
Simply because this is not my world, this is their world. No, but I really want to point out what an amazing
Well, thanks to
event.
these guys, man,
How
and thanks to
everyone showed
the
up
Halo
supports
community,
still.
man.
This is for me.
Gotta
every
show
single
support.
year
Come on.
humbling for me to see that. I'm amazingly grateful for that. The key really is we hear there's gonna be an HGS next year, so again something to look forward to. But I think the key, which I really wanted to land, was thank you to the fans. Thank you for the people who give us the opportunity to express ourselves. Thank you to the studio, and I'm looking forward to have a great future with everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Lastly,
So, Halo Studios. I personally, I'm not as worried as a lot of people would think. You know, Halo Studios sounds like a really nice ring to it. Really good ambition, really good energy coming from it. I'm obviously it's okay to be skeptical about things. You know, it's okay to be skeptical about things. But all of this is way different. Hey, look at my hair. Look. All of this is way different, at least in my perspective, than what it was before. They really need to level up their game with just basically everything. And Unreal Engine 5 makes it easier for any new dev to just come in there, especially if they have been working on Unreal Engine 5, to just plop in assets and make things, make content, you know, or if they want to be permanent, they could be permanent, whatever. I'm hoping they do permanent teams. I want to see ODS2. That make me happy. None of this Spartan 4 crap. I'll put us in this nitty gritty again. I think it looks cool though. Although never played Halo. Yeah, no, it's slush it. I'm a lasso master in every single Halo game. I own every single Halo book, ladies and gentlemen. Every single Halo book. But I will say this. It is crazy that it is very crazy that, you know, we've been through a lot with 343, you know. You know, they've messed up a lot. They messed up a lot, especially the leadership. The leadership is biggest at fault. The leadership and Microsoft. Microsoft with putting their nose too deep where it's not supposed to be and rushing them when the thing's not even ready. And then the leadership at 343, and I don't know what they were doing or what was happening exactly, but they literally let down all the devs that really poured their heart and soul. So you being an artist, you put your whole art out there, then 80% gets removed, or you only use 20. So what the fuck do you do then? Everyone's gonna think of you as a joke. It's not fair. Did you see my comment from a couple minutes ago? I don't think I did. I pretty much every asset they have for MCC Infinite can be ported over to Unreal Engine. With it being Unreal Engine, they can port basically all their assets from Space to Unreal, which is what was shown in the project. Oh yeah, I know. Like that's exactly what I'm saying. Like that's how convenient Unreal Engine is for all of us, you know. And I actually love all the stuff with Halo, with the Spartans and everything. It's actually really good. It's important, you know, especially with Spartan 2, Spartan 3s. You know what I mean? Like it really keeps you grounded with how it really is, you know. But one thing that they've been mistakenly doing is just making it seem as if Spartans are kind of like superheroes, when in reality, like Spartans were really just, you know. And not to say we want Spartans to be heartless soldiers or nothing. No, I love the personality they give. I love everything that's given, and I love the details to heart that's being portrayed, you know. But they kind of had to stay a little grounded sometimes. And I'm not saying they slip too out of there. That, you know, we can't have Spartans levitate or some shit. That'd be cool, all this stuff. But what I'm saying is, like, you know, give us more playground with other factions, you know. Like with this, I 100% feel like we're finally going to be able to play as elites. Like, think about it. With this, we would actually be able to play as elites. We would actually might even be able to play as a brutes, grunts, jackals or something. We might have crazy modes where, like, you know, like one person's a fucking elite, I'm a brute, and then someone's like has like three grunts, and then you got a jackal right there. You pew, 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 you know what I mean? They don't really need to outsource anymore since Epic handled all engine work on the back. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And look how, and the thing is, I know Unreal Engine 5 is pretty taxing, but it's very optimizable, especially as the updates portray, especially as we get further along, especially as the game finally comes out. Wow, it's gonna be lit. I want some reach treatment. Show us Spartans dying, make humanity feel hopeless, give us stakes. And this is why I do like Halo Infinite, because they really showed that, you know, hey, they killed so many fucking people, man. You know, Chief was the only one there. They killed all those Spartans, and it really hit home. At least for me, it really did. But what I will say, obviously, we couldn't see the Infinity. We couldn't see Spartan Locke. We couldn't see anybody else. Lasky, obviously, we couldn't see anybody else, and we had no idea what happened. So obviously, Halo Infinite was, you know, that's why it was not as heartfelt. That's why it was just like whatever. You know, because exactly how it is. We had an 80% of the content cut from us, you know, which is very unfortunate. But now they're finally going to be able to do whatever they want. Like, think about it, you know, they're finally going to be able to do whatever they want. They probably got more work done in Unreal Engine in 2 years than they have in Civ Space. Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, like, look at the stuff they showed us, dude. What they showed us literally looks like a fucking game they're working on, and it's literally just like a project they're doing. Like, oh, this is for fun. Like, you know how much good news that is? Imagine the opening scene was Infinity being fucked up by the brutes. No, I'm telling you, like, they wanted to do a lot. But I personally feel, think about, listen, let me tell you this. They showed the Blightlands. They showed the Blightlands. They showed the Flood. I have a feeling we're gonna go back to rated M for mature. If we do, I will be so fucking happy. Because that's what Halo fucking needs, man. That rated T for teen bullshit has to go. That has to go. Get out of here. Enough with the, oh, it could be rated T for teen. No, it can't. No, it can't. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Like, not to be weird. Like, what if, like, you know, like, we shoot a brute, we see his head go, you know, a little bit. Oh, that'll be sick. Or dude, we see a Spartan get killed and he gets, like, his arm ripped off. We're like, and then we see him get his augmented, like, metal arm. And you're like, wow, this guy's a beast. You know what I mean? That will really, wow, I'm getting emotional, baby. Look at that. Ah! Oh my god, dude, like, so many amazing things they could finally do, and I'm very proud of them. Very proud of them, very proud of what they're gonna do. I love them so much. I love them so fucking much.